In this video tutorial, we are going to discuss how to set rules for employee availability and scheduling. This includes how to set max hours for your employees. To access this page, we're going to go over to the left-hand side of your screen, and we're going to click on the Schedule tab, hover over Availability Settings, and then select Manage Availability. Once here, we're going to select which positions that we want to see on this list. So if you wanted to see a couple, you can choose those. If you want to see all, you can choose all. I'm just going to choose 2 of my positions here. Now, everything on this page is a position-based value. So if you have employees that are in multiple positions, they will show up here multiple times. If you see Tom here, for instance, is a part of both of my fitness attendant and front desk positions. Because of that, Tom will show up twice here. We're going to go through each of these columns and what they mean and how it's going to affect your employee's schedule as well as their experience using SubItUp. The first one here is doubles. So this is the first value you'll have to choose, and the options here are either allowed or not allowed. If doubles are allowed, they can work more than 1 shift in a day. If doubles are not allowed for this employee, then they will not allow to be able to work more than one shift in a day. And this goes for the generation and picking up shifts. The next is the positional max hours per day and week. So you'll see that Tom here is listed in both positions. So he is going to be able to have 2 different positional maxes for each of those positions. So in this setup, if my global max were not set, which we'll get to in a second, Tom could work 8 hours per day and 40 hours per week in each of these positions. So it could work a total of 16 hours per day and 80 hours per week. If you want this to be lower, if you want to spread these hours out more, you can change these to let's say 15 hours per week each, maybe 4 hours per day each. And you can hit the save button and make those changes. If you want to make a change for all of your employees in the positions that are listed here, you can use this gray Edit All tab at the top. Type in, let's say 20 hours per week is our max here for each position, and hit the save button. And this is going to go through and save for all of my employees listed on the screen. The next one is global max. Global max is across all the positions. So somebody like Tom, who's in multiple positions, across all of them, how many hours can they work in a given day and week? In order to change these, you'll notice we can't change these on this page. We'll have to hit the green global settings button. And then from here, you can load up both of your positions again, or load all positions from here. And then this is where you'll be able to change individual employees' daily maxes and weekly maxes. You'll need to make sure that you not only put in the max here, but change the status to active if they are indeed going to be enforcing this global daily and weekly max. So this status button correlates to the daily max. This status button correlates to the weekly max. We'll head back to the Manage Availability page here. The next column is priority. So basically what priority means is when you're auto-generating a schedule, the system is going to try to find people that are ones first. So it's going to try to schedule ones first. If it can't find any ones that are eligible to work a shift, it'll then go to twos. If the twos are eligible, it'll go to threes. So if you have groups of people who are your higher priority people, you'd want to put them as ones, and then put the lower priority folks when it comes to auto-generating schedule in the lower numbers. The other cool thing you can do with priority here is you can make somebody's priority 0. And if their priority is 0, what that means is they are a part of the position. They'll be able to pick up shifts up to their max hours that we have set here. But when you auto-generate a schedule, they will not be included on it. So this is perfect for organizations that maybe have a tiered structure and supervisors are a part of the entry-level shift or the entry-level position, but you don't want them to actually be scheduled for it. You just want them to be able to pick up shifts if they want. So in this case, if front desk is our supervisory level shift and fitness attendant is our entry level, we would make Tom a 0 priority for fitness attendant so that he's not put on the schedule, but he would be put on the schedule during a generation for the front desk position. The next column is overtime pickup. And what overtime pickup basically means is that somebody can, if it's allowed, an employee will be able to pick up hours from their peers or from available shifts to go over these maxes that we have set here. So if these are strict maxes, you're going to want to make sure these are not allowed. However, if they can actually go over this while adding shifts from their peers, you can go ahead and choose allowed for this. The next column is set. And on the set column, this is how you can open and close availability for your employees. So if the availability is closed, like for Sarah here, the employee will not be able to go in and make any changes to that person's availability. However, if it is open, like Tom's are here, then Tom will be able to go in and input availability and change availability inside his employee account. The next column here is the reset column. So if you are on a clear and reset availability totally, you'd be able to hover over this box here. And for shift-based positions, you can select and change everyone's availability to either no preference, available, or unavailable. So you'd be able to choose these and, for instance, start everyone as available during a given time frame that you want to collect availability for, so that the staff only have to go in and mark what they're unavailable for. For hour-based positions, this is just a way to clear their availability. So if you wanted to start fresh, you want them to redo their availability, you can come in here, hit clear, and it will delete everything they've put in the system into the future. Lastly, if you want to see somebody's availability, so for instance, if I want to see Tom's availability, I can hit the View Edit tab here, and it will take me directly to Tom's profile, where I can then choose Tom's different positions, and I can see the availability that Tom has put in for each of these positions. And I can even make changes if I wanted to. If I need Tom to not be available on Wednesdays, I can go ahead and make that change here as well. For more information on how to change an employee's availability, I would recommend watching the support video on our site, support.subitup.com, that is titled How to Edit an Employee's Availability. The last button on this page that you should be aware of is the availability summary. So after you've already collected availability from your staff, you can click this View Availability Summary button and choose whichever position that you'd like to see. And once this is loaded from here, you'll be able to see your different shifts and hover over them to see who said they were available and who said they were unavailable for these specific shifts on these specific days of the week. This is always a good section to take a look at prior to scheduling, just to make sure that you know you're going to have enough availability to cover all of your shifts. That is how to set rules for employee availability and scheduling. As always, if you have any further questions about any one of these categories or anything of how this will impact a generation or an employee's user experience, feel free to reach out to our support team. Our email address is support@subitup.com, and our phone number is 617-401-8733. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much.